Hey, my name is Fraser Brooks, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to grow your Facebook algorithm in 2019 and beyond. Now, understanding the Facebook algorithm is going to help you increase your visibility, increase your likability, and therefore your credibility, and eventually your profitability. And I actually share more about this inside my book called I Dare You. It's the ultimate guide to social media to grow your business. So feel free to click the link somewhere below to be able to get your copy of that. Okay, so let's take the word algorithm, right? And let's shorten it into an acronym. I like to say algo. Now, the technical guys on here, the guys in the IT department will go, yeah, we call it algo in the office, so why not call it algo here? So the A, what's it stand for? The A stands for audience. And what I want you to understand is this very, very simple saying, and if you don't get anything else from this video, make sure you write this down. Your algorithm is your audience, or your audience is your algorithm. So let's take, for example, the Super Bowl, right? The Super Bowl, it was recently just happened. The Super Bowl, everyone's in. There's thousands and tens of thousands of people in this Super Bowl, and everyone's watching at home. So the American football sport, their audience is very engaged in what they do because they know exactly what they want. But over the years, they've got data. So look at it this way, right? Tesco's is a supermarket in the UK. Right? You've got Walmart in America, you've got Coles in Australia, Woolies in Australia, different supermarkets all over the world, right? So what a lot of these companies do and supermarkets do, they have a loyalty card. In the UK, the Tesco's one's called a club card. And you get rewarded by every €1, £1, $1 you spend, they will reward you with a club card point. Now, what can you do with these points? Well, at the end of the month, they might give you a statement and say, hey, you've got 10,000 points, you've got 1,000 points, you've got 100 points, whatever it might be. Feel free to redeem these points for different discounts, offers, coupons, whatever it might be, which is awesome. That's absolutely great. But what's in it for them? Well, what they get is they get all the data, and you've got to be doing the same thing. By posting a lot of different stuff, you're going to gather data so that you can become the most efficient you are on your social media platforms, Facebook being one of them. So what they're going to get, these companies, they're going to get access to the day you go in. So like when does Fraser usually go into the supermarket? Is it a Monday more than a Tuesday? Is it a Wednesday? Is it random? What time does he usually go in? How much does he spend? Right? What items does he buy? Does he pay cash or card? I'm just going to put C or C. Like, what does he do? We want to understand his patterns, because the more we understand his patterns, the more efficient we can get, the more profitable we can get. So what you do on your social media platforms to really understand this is you've got to post every day. Every single day, post. Mix the times up. Do it in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evenings. Track. Everything you track, you measure. Write it down. Screenshot it. For example, from now on, I dare you, right? I dare you to actually go ahead and make a post, screenshot it, and then 24 hours later, go back to that post, screenshot it, make a note of how much engagement it's got, how many likes, how many loves, how many comments, how many shares. And just keep track of everything you're doing and understanding, wow, my audience really loves it when I do that more than when I do this, right? This is how the audience works. So now let's move on to the L. Let's move on to the L, which is learn, right? Learn. Now you've got to learn the different parts of the algorithm, okay? So a very important thing to establish and understand is, are you an active user or a passive user? You're only one or the other. You can't be both. Right? Are you active or passive? Now, an active user is someone who goes onto the newsfeed and they're scrolling away and they're loving things, commenting on things, sharing things, reacting to different lives, watching the stories, actively being a part of the community. Now, a passive user is the exact opposite of that. There's someone who doesn't really go on Facebook or Instagram. They don't really log in. If they do, they're scrolling away. They're laughing to themselves, but they're not telling Facebook all that different information. And why is it so important to be an active user and not a passive user? Well, think of it this way. If you see a photo of a dog or you see a photo of a cat and you love it and you comment saying, I love this, Facebook are going to get that data of saying, hey, this person really likes cats. Or if it's a dog photo, this person really likes dogs. So what they're going to do is they're going to be able to show you your relevant information. Why? Because your audience is your algorithm, right? They understand your algorithm. They want to put the right posts in front of your eyes so that you start to see the most relevant stuff. So what? You stay on their platform and don't go to other platforms. So if you're wondering out there thinking, yeah, well, I'm active, but am I doing the right things? I want to give you right now a Facebook CPR. So imagine you've been swimming and you've been surfing, and all of a sudden you're drowning, and you're like, I don't know what to do. You're kind of paddling away, you're drowning, and someone comes out and saves you. I'm going to save you right now, and I'm going to give you CPR. Don't think of it like that, because that's a bit weird. But another acronym, CPR. So from now on, from this point on, what you want to do is actively every day go and comment on posts. Go and comment on posts, right? I call it toilet time. I call it the toilet technique. I say more about that in the book, I Dare You. You can click the link below to go check it out. But comment. Just actively spend time on the toilet, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes a day, just going into posts and commenting on them. Number 2 is posts. Every day, make a post. Whether it's in a group, on a page, on a profile. I focus mainly on my personal profile. Why? Because it's free, right? And then the R is replies. So if someone comments on one of your posts, go reply. Why? Because if I make a post and it's a photo, it's a selfie, let's say I just do a selfie right now. I've got my phone, I'm like, well, hey, selfie, okay? And I post it and someone comments on it, right? I've now got 1 comment. So people looking at it go, ooh, 1 comment. I wonder what it is. But then I reply to it, and maybe it's Bob. Bob's commented on my post saying, great photo, Fraser. So I'll reply to Bob and say, thanks so much, mate. How's things with you? I'll ask a question, right? Ask a question on your replies, right? Ask a question on your replies. Then Bob then replies and says, doing really good. How are you? Then I'm going to reply back and say, doing great, mate. I'm going to message you now. So now there's his comment, my reply, his reply to my reply to his reply of my reply. So now there's 4 comments. So someone scrolls down the feed and goes, oh, nice. There's 4 comments there. I like that. Maybe I should join the conversation. Conversation creates community, and Facebook and Instagram and all the other social media platforms are all about that. So I hope you're getting value so far. If you are, be sure to give me a thumbs up or give me a love heart, whatever you want, whatever platform you're on. Because now I'm going to talk about the different things you have to focus on when you're doing your posts. Because this is the formula to growing your algorithm, right? Whoops. I multiplied by S multiplied by P gives you an S, right? So what the hell? Are we in algebra now, Fraser? Are we doing physics lessons? What are we doing? So the I stands for inventory, right? Inventory. So Facebook and Instagram, they'll look through your posts and go, what is this guy posting? What would the ideal audience be for this guy's posts? An inventory, right? So you're doing selfies, you're doing lives, you're doing quotes, you're doing text. What have you been doing? And that's why it's important to be a club card. Gather all this information so you understand what's more better to post. Because the more consistent your inventory is, the more specific Facebook can be with your audience. Go and find me on Facebook, right? Go and find me on Facebook, and you'll see here on YouTube that I've got posts about the same thing all the time. You'll see on Facebook that I only post about one thing all the time. It's basically marketing, positivity, marketing, positivity. It's 1 or 2 areas. So when I post, I get massive amount of engagement. I challenge you to go ahead and find anyone who's not a celebrity getting more engagement than I do. And if you find them, that's awesome. They're a rare breed, right? So the S is for signals. And signals are basically like, right, so I make a post. How many loves does it get? How many hearts does it get? How many likes does it get? How many wow emojis does it get? How many shares does it get? How many comments does it get? Because the more it hits in the first 15 minutes of a post, the early engagement score gets kicked in, the signals reach Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and it sends it going wild. So now Facebook are like, wow, this is really relevant conversation. It's a relevant post. It's a relevant thread. We need more people to see it. So more people see it in the news feed, hence increasing your algorithm because you're learning how this works. And then it's going to give them what's called a prediction, right? So they can then predict how much more engagement is it going to get? If it's got this amount of engagement in the first 15 minutes, how much is it going to get in the future of the post? The higher that will be, the more it will go up the reach of the newsfeed. That's why over time there's something called time decay. They can predict the longer period, the longer time goes on, the less visibility this post is going to get because it becomes less relevant minute after minute after minute after minute. And that's going to give you a score, right? Okay, so let's now get into the G. Now the G is for grow. And I'm not too sure if I'm going to stay on the screen here or not. All right, the G is for grow. Let me kind of mix it up and go over here. So the G is for grow. So you have to grow your audience day by day. You have to. All right, you have to grow your audience day by day. Think of the stadium. Right now, you're playing football or soccer, whatever you want to call it, on just a field, and it's just you with a few mates. You're kicking about, you're making a post, they're commenting, replying, it's all fun, no one's watching the conversation, there's no followers, there's no fans, but you start going out and asking other people, hey, do you fancy playing football with us? Hey, do you fancy coming watching our game? Hey, we're having a kickabout in an hour, do you fancy being a part of it? And they say, yeah. And there's 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people, 100,000 people, a million people, 10 million people, 100 million plus people watching an event. So to do that, you've got to follow what I call FAM, right? If you're down with the kids, they say FAM is short for family. So you've got to grow your family in essence. So you need to find, then add, then message. Don't add anyone unless you intend to actually message them. Why bother? So find mutual friends, people in groups, find people in the newsfeed, people who are commenting on things that you're commenting on, people who are loving, liking, sharing, commenting on your posts who you aren't already friends with. Go ahead and do that, right? Go ahead and do that. And then when you add them, you're going to message them and tell them why you're messaging them. I am sick and tired of people, right? People literally just adding me and not messaging me. Why? Because my friends wouldn't say, hey, Fraser, can I be friends with you? And I go, yeah, sure. And they go, and they just walk off. That's rude, right? And also people are tired of getting people just adding them or messaging them saying, hi, wave, poke, whatever. Tell me why you're adding me, please, 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 please. So that's how you grow. So all you want to do is find people, add people, and message people. All right? And the last one is the O. And where am I going to put this? So we're going to put it down here, and I'll put it here. The O is for outcome, right? What's your outcome? When you're posting on social media, why are you posting? Why? Ask yourself that question. Why am I posting? Are you posting to impress your friends? Are you posting to keep your family updated on your life? Are you posting to attract customers? Are you posting to get team members? Why are you posting? The Facebook algorithm in 2019 and beyond is dependent on you understanding your outcome, so you're specific with your posts, your inventory grows, your signals increases, Facebook know your audience, they get that data, and they reward you for being actively being a part of the community, right? What's your outcome? There are 4 types of people. There are 4 personality types on social media. You're going to be 1, 2, maybe 3 of them, but you won't be all 4. All right, so let's kind of split this up. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not too sure if you can or not. I'm in the way, right? There. So we've got collectors, creators, contributors, and collaborators. Right? Collectors, creators, collaborators, or contributors. Those is very difficult for me to kind of walk around the screen. All right, there we go. So you either figure it out. Let me know in the comments. Are you a creator, a collector, a collaborator, or a contributor? So collectors, they just collect the information. They're on social media, it's all fine, it's all dandy, it's all great, and they're just collecting it. Ooh, good quote, save. Ooh, good post, great. Ooh, I like that live title, I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna share it, I'm not gonna comment on it, I don't want anyone knowing that I've engaged on it. Don't be a collector. A creator is someone who creates content. They create posts. They make posts all the time. They're in groups. People love that. There's something called Facebook badges, and you get a badge when you're a conversation starter. What does that mean? Facebook want you to create conversation. You're a visual storyteller. Why? Because you're creating stories with lives, with videos, or with photos. They love that. They love all this because you're creating. Creating content creates conversation. And conversation allows other people to contribute to the conversation. Now, contributors are great. Contributors are adding to the conversation. They're contributing different things. But if you're only ever contributing and you're not creating your own posts, you're just becoming a fan of other people's content instead of creating your own as well. You need to create content in order to get other people contributing to your conversation. That's how influence is growing, and that's how your algorithm grows as well. And the last one is collaborators. And collaborators are fun. Collaborators are great. Why are they so great? They're so great because you can shout other people out, recognize other people, do interviews with other people, and you can start to create a thriving atmosphere and a thriving audience and a thriving community based around who you're collaborating with. Whether it's a live video, you've got Instagram Live, Facebook Live, you've got live video, you've got shout outs, you can go add, message people who are admins and stuff like that. So guys, that is how you grow your algorithm, your Facebook algorithm in 2019 and beyond. Go ahead and make sure you understand your audience. Keep track of that. Keep track of all what you're doing. Become an active user. Focus on it, growing your inventory. Your signals will increase and predictability will increase. Find new people, add them, message them and tell them why you are adding them, right? To grow your audience, right? Grow your football stadium so more people can watch you. And then understand, are you a collector, a creator, a contributor, or a collaborator? Focus on being a absolute massive creator. Gary Vaynerchuk, you might have heard of him. Gary Vaynerchuk probably creating more content than most people I can think of. And what's happened to his company, his business, his brand? It's gone through the roof. So if you haven't already done so, please feel free to go and click the link below somewhere to go and get your copy of I Dare You. It's the ultimate guide to building your social media business on social media, on your business through social media. Wow, the name of my own book, can't even speak now. Right? Go give me a love heart, turn notifications on, but most important of all, please feel free to share this with other people. Let's spread the word so that we get to become the most valuable people on the planet by understanding how social media works. All right, I'll see you on the new video sometime soon. Hey, for more videos like this, go check out some of the videos I put here. Be sure to subscribe. And if you haven't already done so, go check out my new book, I Dare You. I'll see you soon.